What's going on, friends? Welcome back to the Honeystead. Well, I started recording this video with my GoPro and then it ended up not going as well. So we're gonna do a take two. Take one for you guys, take two for me. But today I wanted to show you guys one of my favorite things to do in the winter time, and that is to make a simmer pot. Now, this is a great idea if you guys are wanting to do a homemade gift for somebody, especially this time of year. And so I have a few different ingredients, and you can play around with this recipe. There are quite a few, but today I went and I harvested a little bit of some Eastern red cedar with the little juniper berries on it. It smells very, it's not as strong as a Christmas tree, but if you do use live Christmas trees, you can absolutely cut a few sprigs of that, or some pine needles, or, you know, really, I mean, you can play around with this. You can use rosemary, you can do a lot. But today I went ahead and just cut some of the sprigs from some of our Eastern red cedars with the juniper berries. And then I added half a cup of rose hips. Let's see how pretty. Oh no, it's on my face, I'm too short. Okay, so I added half a cup of some rose hips. Again, you can play around with this. You can do rose hips, you can do cranberry. And then I added two tablespoons of some clove. Now, I do love the smell of clove this time of year. And when I was a little girl, one of my favorite things to do was to get big oranges and then pierce the oranges with the cloves and then use that. Come on, camera. It's like really good at tracking my face today. So I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of clove in this. And then I have a couple of, and then I have some cinnamon. Now you can use cinnamon chunks or cinnamon sticks. I have cinnamon sticks. And then I also have a clementine that I plan on peeling because I want to eat. I want to eat the clementine, but I'm going to use some of the clementine peel for this. But you can also dehydrate oranges, which I do actually have some dehydrated. I'm going to use some dehydrated oranges. That actually might be a fun idea. I can also add in the fresh if you want, but let's see. Oh my goodness. So I dehydrated these last year. They look a little pitiful, but they smell really good. So we can add a few of those in there just to be fun. But this is a great way for you to make a homemade gift. You can have it in a jar, minus the greenery. You can bring that fresh, and then you can gift a pint-sized jar with all of the ingredients. Now, what I love about this is that you can play around with all your recipes. There's so many out there. I've even seen some where people will add mushrooms into their simmer pot, like candied mushrooms, which I had never tried that before. Maybe that might be a fun idea. We might play around with that. But this is one of my simple favorite ways to just fill your house with the aroma of all of these herbs. And I know medicinally, we talk a good bit about, you know, drinking teas and experiencing, you know, what it does to your body, how it supports your body. But simmer pots are a good way to also add some medicinal properties into the air. You know, there's a lot of benefits for, you know, air purification. There are just the overall aroma, the overall feeling. That is kind of what I'm going after, is just the freshness. Now, we don't use air fresheners in our house. I really try to avoid anything that is just packed full of chemicals. So this is a great way to, one, make your house smell really great, especially this time of year. Two, what's also beneficial, we run a wood stove. So I actually have a pot that I keep on my wood stove where I constantly add water into it. And if any of you guys, if you guys run wood stoves, then you probably know and understand how dry the air can actually get. So by adding that moisture back into the air, it's just adding that moisture back into your body. So this is a good way to add all of that, especially since it's super, super dry. Now, I have one of our favorite pots, and I get a lot of questions about all of our glass pots. And we get all of our glassware from thrift stores or from yard sales. Now, this is the Visionware, the Corning. Yes, it's the Vision, yeah, it's the Corning, it's Pyrex, it's old. This is something that I remember my mom having when I was a little girl, having the glass pots, and it's something that I've always, you know, wanted to continue, is just having the glass, all of the glassware. We use a lot of it here in our apothecary. At our home, I mainly use cast iron, but this is gonna be really pretty when we add our water into it and just heat, let it simmer on our stove top. So I wanted to come up here and grab this beautiful glass pot. But definitely keep an eye out when you go yard sailing, or if you hit up some thrift stores, secondhand stores. My favorite are the regular pots with the handle that have the pour spout. I have one that is strictly dedicated to beeswax when we make our salves. But for something like this is great for when we're doing a decoction, a larger decoction, or my simmer pot. So all we're gonna do is just add all of these ingredients into the pot, and then we're gonna add some water and then heat it up and let it do its thing. But I am gonna take this down to the house because I want this. Oh my gosh, I want this down at my house instead of up here. Not that it wouldn't be a bad idea to have up here, but I'm not spending my whole day up here. I'm going back down the house and getting the fire going, and then just being all types of cozy and enjoying this beautiful, beautiful winter weather. I know I've said this like a million times over, but I really wish that technology would like catch up on certain things, on being able to share the smell of the aroma of what my house smells like already. It's only been on the stovetop for maybe about 30 minutes, but I'm already smelling all of the cinnamon and the clove and the juniper, and of course like the oranges as well. Now, I did use dried oranges. You can absolutely use fresh oranges if you want, but I don't know if I ever recorded or shared a video on dehydrating the oranges, but you can absolutely slice them and throw them in your dehydrator or use them in your oven. I've even seen where people will take the oranges and string them across your mantle for like Christmas decorations as well. So that's another fun, beautiful way of incorporating all the things. But I wanted to share that with you guys because easy way, awesome Christmas gift, and my house smells so much better than any candle or any air freshener that I can purchase, and just add something that's not necessarily needed. And this is using herbs to change the funk of the stagnant. You know, in the spring and in the summer we have, and actually in the fall as well, we keep our windows open as much as possible, but in the wintertime, not so much. Only when that thing gets so hot is when I'll open up a window just to kind of cool it down. But you know, for me, this is easy, and then once I'm done with it, once it's exhausted all of the beautiful aroma, I can take it and I can compost it, and it's just giving it back to the land. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and if there's ever a simmer pot recipe that you guys love, I would love to be able to, if you don't mind sharing it with me. I'm always open for fun things that I could add into a simmer pot. I think some star anise would be absolutely amazing as well, and some apples, and of course more cinnamon for that. But yeah, as always, don't be afraid to get your hands dirty and learn something old. Bye guys.